All right. So I just wanted to go talk about the state of Splinterlands. So we just finished another season, so life is pretty good. I want to start by saying we're underneath 140,000 packs. That leaves us at 16%. Literally any day could now be the last day. Um, so my suggestion is if this is an investment or something that you want to own or something that you think over time because of scarcity and new players is going to appreciate in value, then you have dwindling opportunity, and literally just in like a single day that entire thing could go away. So keep that in mind. All right, so the market's looking pretty healthy. I mean, we had 5,000 sales for $2,000. That's pretty good. The I don't know what it is, but I keep looking at this giant rock. I think it's just one point that I've seen in my head. It's been floating between 6 cents to 9 cents. You can see people picking up the card every so often, but Cobalt Miner has been pretty strong at 9 cents. So seeing 9 cent commons at the end of the run, that's all pretty healthy to me. We can go check out some of the legendaries. Let's start with the summoners. All these guys are over $12. That was sort of my buy-in point, so that's what I look for. This isn't at current all-time highs, but $36 is pretty high. Selenia Sky has been killing it. She's been totally killing it lately. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I picked up a whole bunch of these at $5, so I was pretty stoked when it hit 10, and just recently it hit 15. So it was actually trading higher than some of the other legendary summoners. So there was basically 6 months or something where Selena Sky was being printed and these cards weren't. So there was kind of an oversupply of these. You can see it in there's 1,000 of them, 600 of these. So a lot more of these were printed. So the fact that she's back up to $12 or in the same range, that's pretty healthy for this card. Neutrals, I like to rent neutrals. So let's go check out these. I mean, nothing strikes me too hard here. The Hydra is doing well. Normally, I put that at like $9 or $10, so Hydra's up to $11.50. Enchanted Pixies at 55. That's strong. I think she recently topped at like 70 cents, so we'll see how that goes. Elven Cutthroat has just been continually strong. You gotta keep in mind, like, oh wow, there's so many of these cards. There's 215 of them. But that's half a max level card. I mean, that's like a level 8 or level 9. That's not even a full level card that's on the market. So when I think about like how thin the market is for some of these cards, 215 of a common is nothing. That's half a card. So the Peaceful Giant, I've been looking for deals around 10 cents, but they just don't seem to happen anymore. So 13 cents might actually be a pretty good time to buy. I don't know. Magi Sphinx is definitely come down a bit. So this is at 157. I'm used to seeing this closer to, I don't know, 180 maybe. But so she's down a little bit. That might be a good time to pick her up. But anyways, all of this is to say that like these cards are actually doing pretty darn well. Let's go check out our buddy here, Lord Arianthus. So there's 68 of them at 483. I've been trying to get as many of these before they stop printing. So in like 2 weeks they'll stop printing. So I think you can still get them for under $5 for a little bit. But after that, my guess is once these stop printing, they're going to be $10 cards, maybe 20, because they're a legendary that just like everybody loves to use. So I mean, you shouldn't buy them because I'm going to buy them, but I'm just letting you know the thought process there. And then for some of the promo cards, let me get off the neutrals. How are we doing here? So Lord of Fire, that gets as high as 9, so that's kind of a little bit low. Electric Eels is a great card. 40 cents looks all right. 231 for the Mermaid. That's getting up there a little bit. That's looking healthy. Goblin Chef hanging around 15, 16 cents. That's pretty good. Minotaur Warlord might be a little bit on sale. Armor Smith, 26 cents for a common card. That's pretty good. So this one is great. I love seeing this at a high price. I picked up a bunch of these at like 9 to 11. Now they're up to like 16.70. That's healthy. That's good. Nice to see that increasing. These things dropped down to $2 at one point. Now it's back up to 3.20. I don't know what the right price for that is, but 320 seems a little bit on the high side, and $2 definitely was a steal. All right, so those are Nebs and I is actually a little bit down too. Normally I see these at 6. Now this is at 4. There's a little depth. I don't know. You can pick up a couple cards here. All right, so I think that's what I wanted to talk about here. Let's go get into the stats. This is actually what I'm pretty stoked about, is that if you look, this has 42,335 games, and then we're getting, so it beat this one. So the number of games that we played is literally, there's only 2 days that are higher. And these game days don't quite count to me. This is when the game was still, there was no thought, you just like spam a team a million times. And so this could be like 3 people just hitting enter over and over and over and over. Whereas this is like, 2,500 people playing lots of games that involve strategy and whatnot. So I don't care. Like I'm competing against myself for these because I want to keep seeing this go up. But right now, compared to when the game changed, so this is the end of a season that the game changed. That's 32,000. We're up at 42,000. So that's a good 33% since the new version launched. So comparing a season end to a season end. So I don't know. This just looks great to me, and it looks like it's going to keep climbing. And if it keeps climbing, pretty soon it'll be like literally the all-time high for the number of games played, rather than the all-time high in terms of number of game plays in the new system. So that looks great. The next thing, and this is what I think is actually the most important, is this. So here's Hard Fork Day. We lost some players, so we went down to 2,100, which is still better than maybe half the days since we've been playing. But what I'm stoked about is this. Steam's at 16 cents, and we're at an all-time high number of players. So at some point, which I think is any day now, the markets are going to turn around for altcoins. You just can't keep pushing negatively indefinitely, and especially when they've already been wrecked by like 88 or 98% or something. You can't squeeze blood from a stone, and eventually people get greedy and they're going to say, "Oh, this looks, I can take my Bitcoin and get 40,000 Steem. Okay, I'll try that with one." People are gonna come back because they're gonna get greedy. So I don't think we're too far away from that. But I guess what is amazing to me is that like the prices go the wrong way. My Steem price goes down, and my number of players is still going like this. So when the Steem price flips up, I think we're going to get like vertical growth in terms of how many people are going to come into this game. And so everything already looks healthy, but it is going to be screaming when the shift in the altcoins happen. It's going to be amazing. All right, don't care about that. We've seen some big purchases. So here's a 13,000, here's a 13,000, here's a 30,000. Let's see. When we sold out, I think these are betas. So when we sold out, we did like 40,000 in a day. So it got under 10%, and then it just went. So we're not quite at 10%. So we got, I don't know, but I think anytime below 150,000, we could sell out in a day, and maybe it's a little bit more likely if we get under 100,000. That might be like the ultimate FOMO mode, but somewhere around then, like just one day, it's all going to be gone. So watch out for that. Potions purchased. We're seeing this might be an okay time to get some of the those other potions. That's a quest one. Alchemy. That's a legendary. Which one's my mystery? Mystery is a pinkish here, so it's this. There, 12. That's pretty low on the chart. So if you're hoping to go get a cheap time to go get one of the mega cards, or the 6 cost plus 1 everything, that would be a pretty decent time for that. Quest finish ratio, you can see we got a little bit wrecked by the hard fork there, but we're back up to normal levels, so that looks okay. And then combines, I'm looking forward to, I guess it's going to be tomorrow's combined number that go, back up through the roof. But, the fact that it's dwindling some is also sort of healthy too. It means that people are holding the rewards cards a little bit more. Back here, everybody's like, there's too many and it's stupid, and enough get burned, and suddenly it's like, maybe we won't burn quite as many. So I don't know. We'll see where that goes. I'm looking forward to next week or tomorrow and seeing what that'll look like. I haven't tracked this market order stuff too much, but like I said, the market looks okay. I like checking out my rentals and seeing how those are doing. So I have I'm up. So this is down a little bit. It was 25. I think my highest was 27. And as the price of Steem has gone down, the rentals have gone down. But I've also been renting less cards because I threw up all my Heron stacks. So I'm at 25 there. You can see like it's actually going pretty well because there's not. This is what I look for because this is what kind of breaks my heart here. This is the a broken one, which means that they lose their Steem and the contract's broken and the whole thing's a pain in the ass. But if you're looking, there's not a whole lot of these, so I'm feeling pretty good about. Feeling pretty good. It's like I don't know, 10%, maybe less break. Oh, here are some others, but that's all right. Oh, these are completed. Look, I mean there's a healthy story here. So, anyways, I'm really happy with the rental market and seeing my cards get rented out. And now I'm making $25 a day, so it's like 125 or 150 Steem per day. Okay, what's the other piece that I wanted to show with this? Oh, is the amount of deck. So, Smelp is the recipient of all of the Heron's decks. So I don't buy deck on this account. This is what I've gotten, and I don't know how many days this is. I mean, if I was Neil, I'd probably be tracking all of this, but I'm not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go send to Tender Shepherd, 133,000. All right. So I send that. So this is the. I like to make these videos on the day after. So we're going to look at how much deck did my team make between the day after to the day after. And that should give us a pretty good sense of how much it can earn, or how much all those Heron decks can earn. But that'll be pretty good. I'm excited for that. Okay, and then I guess the last thing I want to show is just the market side of this, because this is another good story. Sales volume. So if I go check out sales volume, boom, look at this. We had another, we're not even done, but we had another record-breaking month. And you would say, oh, it's in Steem, and the price of Steem is down, so of course this is going to go up, dummy. Well, sort of. I mean, when Steem goes down, there's less interest, there's less, like, floating crypto that you've earned that you can spend on whatever the hell you want. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. So I think when the price of Steem is down, I don't know. We'll have to go. I need more trend time than this to go figure it out. I need to see highs and lows of Steem to see what happens to the volume. But because if the price of Steem is high, like people feel very confident with their money and can go spend a crap ton on cards and stuff like that and not even think twice. And when the price of Steem is low, you get huge transaction volumes, but there's less people doing it because they don't want to spend their Steem. So it's some weird mix, but no matter what, I can't judge all those other parts, but this is a 287 to 318. 318 divided by 287. That's it's a 10 or 11% growth, and we're still not done. So, I mean, as price of Steem goes down and that still goes up, I'm actually pretty stoked. So, state of Steemmonsters, or the state of the Splinterlands, the economy is strong. This thing is kicking. And then I'm just waiting, man. I'm just sitting back and waiting for Steem prices to sort of take a turn. Because when they do, we're going to be in good shape. Anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to this. And I don't know. I'll catch you in the Splinterlands. See you guys.